I'm going. All right, I'm going. Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophus scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Baconu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. 1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank you, Captain.
Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to, just seems to happen around you, is all.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Captain, if I could... I've been thinking. He's also who told... Fortunately, all I need...
It's been pretty good so far. I just had to load that real quick because I kind of fucked up yesterday when I was playing, and I want to make sure that it didn't save that fuck up.
Thank you, Captain.
But yeah, I'm not very far. What was the first world? But yeah, that's all I had finished. I didn't get very far at all. Oh, you remember? Okay. So, like before I left the previous place, I just finished all the missions I had started, the side missions. Yeah, I probably shouldn't even be doing this.
I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, I never played through it before. This is the first. Nice. Oh, not nice. Wow, okay. I guess that's all that grunting going on back there. I like stuff like that. Like, that's kind of why I like You ever play Hitman Blood Money by any chance? Or really any Hitman game, Blood Money and prior?
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station
Never
would
any?
shut down.
Blood Money in particular, there were so many parts of that game where it was like, oh yeah, Hitman Go. Nah, not really. I don't even know what I'd call that. Okay, he's looking for Phineas. Everyone is. Sedition, forgery, considered. Okay.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Yeah, more of a puzzle game. Hitman Blood Money. There were so many
Customs and
parts.
inspection, right this way.
Before I do, there's so many parts of that game where, like, you can accomplish a task a certain way, but it feels like it was wrong. You know, like you'd have to do really weird feeling shit. The modern Hitman games, they're very. It's very just, you know, do this. This is meant to be in the game. But there was stuff in Blood Money. It was like, whoa, did the developers even think of this? You know, that kind of thing. Very cool stuff. But modern games are so polished now and squeaky clean.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board.
Ah, shit.
Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Let me read that little there. My chat's really tight on my screen. Oh, really? Okay. That's I heard what I did hear about this was the game was relatively short. So maybe that's a part of that element, getting multiple endings. You know, like Mass Effect 2 comes to mind. There were different endings, but like not that many.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
What a name.
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
Oh, so
I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Let me. Oh, you never found? Yeah. Even the very little I've played, I fast traveled a bunch. What was it? I didn't do any of the side missions. I mainly focused on the what was it? The redirecting power between the biolab and the cannery. So by the time I got to the part where I got to choose who to give it to, I had already explored a bunch of the areas, so I could just fast travel between spots. So getting that guy's medicine, I just fast traveled. Getting the book for the vicar, I just fast traveled. So I do like fast traveling. But even though I don't I still don't speed through games like this. Not like, you know, because then there's another part of me that's like, oh, I fucked up. I got near the end of the game, and you know, I missed out on so much. I've had those situations, so I try to get in some side missions where I can, you know.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna ask, when he speaks or when there's any audio coming from the game, do you hear an echo? Or is it just from one spot? How's it sound for you?
Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
I'm glad to hear that. I wonder why though. It's wild. I'll take it. Maybe this.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. All right.
It's funny, these guys are behind Fallout New Vegas, and I played a good chunk of it, and then
Be seeing you.
I played some mission where I can't remember what was going on. It was so long ago, but the game just locked up, and I said fuck it, and I didn't want to return. Let's see, Gladys. You gotta talk to Udom. Where's that other side? Yeah, Wanda. We'll talk to Wanda. Wait a minute. According to the report, you enter you'll be shot. Using a disguise.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
We got what was that thing called? We have something that can like disguise us. me see. Oh, that's fine. I'll save it for another time. Don't have to do it immediately. Oh, can I, is that gonna cause an issue if I do that? Let me just drop a save right here, just in case. Okay, that's what it was, the holographic shroud. Oh. Okay, so it's just... Alright, now it's unlocked. It was locked before. Activate, giving it a right. That's moving drain to shots energy. When it runs out, personnel see interrogate you, talk around, research a shot. Okay. Alright, maybe I'll save that for last. Let's go find Wanda.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, laws.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
You been flying the outer systems route lately? Deader than a space man.
Oh, the ad bot? Did I miss? Oh, this thing here.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Tripical Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch. Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge, a soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
I have seen the Rizzo ads in between loading screens. I like the
Can we rent an upstairs room?
I like the somewhat steampunk aesthetic for some of the...
Are you listening to me, Emfuru?
Yeah, that was a little
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
yeah, it does look very nice. Sometimes I get a little bit lost in the color. The color is so rich. But like I know. Oh, let me just read these options. Yeah, I'll just help her.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, like I played Cyberpunk, and the idea with the Cyberpunk genre is the overstimulation.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
I wonder if...
Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos,
That's
but
another
they
one.
demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
That's another ad I saw at mid loading screen.
Take care.
And I don't mean to say that. I wonder if I could use the shroud. Yeah, Anti-Cleo. Yeah. I wonder if I could use the shroud to go in as one of them. Let me see if he's actually gonna stop me. Is this today? No. Oh, okay, here's Wanda.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster.
Oh.
That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
Scylla and Charybdis?
You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Maybe that's all I need. Win him over. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Restricted? Yeah, okay. Oh. Do they... Okay. Is this... Nah, I don't know what this is. We'll save that for later. So maybe we just need to win them over with medical supplies. We'll see. Yeah, and I'm also getting some BioShock art deco
Go back to
vibe.
Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Cleos. Engineering. Alright. So let's... Oh, what'd you forget about? On the restaurant? The kitchen? See if we can get these meds. Bell's shells, where is that? Here.
You know that sound when you've snapped on
the
an
wanted
ejector
sound?
clip?
Oh yeah, I thought...
That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Did it sound like she said she'd be happy to show me? I don't know. But no, he
You know what's happening on Terra 1?
didn't he pointed out that do you mean like this sign specifically? Let me take a look. I know Phineas talked about how he's
Have you seen
wanted
this
and
man?
stuff.
Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Yeah, there was something either from Phineas or okay. All right, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I just gotta be patient, right? Gotta keep them in my pants. It happens in the building next to me. Okay.
Milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
And oh yeah, so I didn't mean to say that like Cyberpunk, the overstimulation with Cyberpunk is on par with this game. It's not even close. It's meant to be daunting.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Yeah. So, not to say that it's on par, like the level of overstimulation is on par between the two. But I was getting like some of the foliage in the first area was so rich and colorful that yeah, I kind of lost myself visually a bit in there, but all right, I can't go anywhere. Fuck. Okay, I guess we're gonna stay here for a bit. I'll just change the the asteroid planet. So was that Charybdis they're referring to? I like the whoops. I like the Homer reference. I like that stuff. The idea of Scylla and Charybdis is terrifying. Ellie. Let's see if anything shows up. Sometimes these waypoints just give you the answer. It's just like go here and you're good.
Rizzo Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got the punch right.
Oh, this dude.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of.
Edgewater, that's what
sometimes I forget.
Yeah, I guess that punch ad is it's pretty what's the word? It's pretty wholesome, I'd say. Just a nice little play on words and turn a phrase. Yeah, as opposed to the shit we get in real life, where it's like, what the fuck are they advertising? Some of the shit in the ads in Australia are insane. Was it Australia? Or New Zealand? Yeah, New Zealand. Yeah.
Heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed to leave Groundbreaker. Or this stall. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Yeah, it definitely is, but when I think of the capitalism satire, it's very strong and it is cyberpunk. Just the stuff that they're showing off is ridiculous. What they use as advertising is insane. No, I don't want to buy anything. That's what I've noticed. I don't really buy stuff. I'd recommend it. I mean, yeah, people were complaining about the bugs and stuff, but if you play on PC, I mean, I didn't really run into anything. Yeah, I wouldn't play on console.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Oh yeah, that stuff's cute.
Still betting on the Tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
I hate to say it, but the Circus Time clowns look good this year.
Let's see what we got.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Alright, let's go meet with the lovely lady.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
What's what from Firefly? Is that a show or a game or? I've seen her face. You know, she's also TV. Okay, she's also friggin' what's her name? She's another character out of Cyberpunk. But yeah, they all these. Oh, from 2000s. All these games have to have that kind of mechanic. Oh, one season? Okay. Maybe I'll give it a little look-see sometime, you know?
A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Yeah, that's part of I haven't seen Game of Thrones, and I'm gonna keep it that way just because of what I heard. But yeah.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Just like in the serials?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need.
Okay.
If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Good boy. Knew you'd understand. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets. Grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
Completely forgot what I was gonna say to you. Damn it.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
You mentioned Firefly, and Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't know. Damn it.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
I like the...
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Yeah, that was a fucking terrible ad. I saw that in the one of the load screens at Borsworth. Disgusting. Okay, it is back here. Gotta make it quick, I guess.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Yeah, they really want me to lie to her about working for the board. I don't know what that. Nah, I'm not crazy about that.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
I gotta get out of here. My thing runs out. There we go.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find her, or what? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Have you played any Neo games by any chance? Neo 1 or 2?
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following
I
story.
think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
To defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife.
Let me drop a save. Oh, what the hell? Back, get out of here. Oh, get off the screen. Okay, there we go.
Life and the unemployed.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me
Nice
you were
work.
coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no. This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? It must have been lost with Alex, then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Fine. You're free to go.
Nice.
I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request.
Of course.
Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship.
Oh, you haven't played it.
Maybe he kept some
Is there
records
like a
around, or
delay? That was a really
conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
That was a long-ass delay. But, is there any... What other interests... What other games have you been playing recently? Maybe I could stream them sometime. Nope, no idea, man.
That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Smile for Me? I've never heard of that one. Superland, I think I've heard of?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Superland is like 3D Zelda. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it. Okay.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs.
Damn.
Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Denture contract?
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
I like the trippy games. You know what? Can I show you... Yeah, I think I didn't lose it when I installed, or, had that PC issue. Have you heard of... Hold on, let me find it. Is it a demo? What's that game called? Man, I can't remember. Is it a demo? No, I don't think it's a demo. Damn it, I can't remember what it's called. Very weird game. Oh, wait a minute. Do I still have Neo? Whoa, I do? Uh-oh. My thing is messing up here. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to close this out. Give me a sec. I got a little, Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, it's this weird game, and you start in a classroom, and you're like some kind of creature, and you have to choose between, was it jelly? Oh, damn it. Really weird game. Fingun. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Oh well. Perhaps another time. She's hiding in sick bay to avoid assassin. I'm sure. But I see it. Doesn't have a choice. None, I suppose. But if she doesn't show up for work, kill her like you planned. I mean, yeah, if they just plan to kill her, then she doesn't want to go along with this. Do whatever.
I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I expect her liver is, used goods, as it were. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Yeah, we're not gonna give up Phineas. Just, I think Phineas and I immediately think Ferb. I never seen the show.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too.
I just know about the platypus.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Paid?
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment.
What?
But I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're
Okay.
looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Oh yeah,
It's
Perry.
like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
So it's only 2 per. Okay, that's fair. So I think that's like Mass Effect, right? They had 2 party members per. I was fucking tripping. I saw that screen where you could choose the people to come with you, and it had 6. And I was like, oh nice, you could have 6 people running around with you? No. What the hell was I thinking?
This is Halcyon News.
I wasn't, that's what I was doing.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard...
What is this? Oh, Gladys, right, we never saw her.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are?
I love sugar cookies.
Made without a single natural ingredient. Or an oven. Just like store-bought.
What? How do you... Alright, whatever.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time
Alright,
being,
absolutely a pleasure. I'd love to see you on another stream. I'll enjoy. I probably won't play for much longer today.
It won't be cheap.
But yeah, I'll be back at this
If you
for
find
sure.
yourself lacking in the bits,
So
I might
you have a
an
lovely time,
opportunity
man.
you'd
Nice
be
talking to you.
interested in.
Appreciate it. Just gonna read this back here. Cool. I'd greatly appreciate that, man. All right, you take care too. They have one more key. They're hard to come by these days. Won't be cheap. Fine, so like a biz. I'm at that too.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty corporate secrets for old Gladys. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
So that's what that smell is.
Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? Anytime.
interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Reports from concerned supervisors indicate that rates of time theft are on the rise. We urge all of our listeners to register.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of sightings near local port embassy.
Are those hotter than usual in here? Hope we're not catching Junlei on a bad day.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Statistics don't lie. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going, most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Dr. Fenhill, I hope you've reconsidered my offer to stay on full-time. My crew are never short on dents and bruises.
I'm trying to live a more balanced life. Gun in one hand, scalpel in the other.
I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automech heart surgery than to change your mind. Fair travels, Ellie.
Groundbreaker's a small town in a big ship, and anyone who spends any time here gets to know Junlei.
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on Groundbreaker. Dr. Fenhill is my on-again, off-again freelancer. I take it she'll be joining your crew full-time?
I don't like to put a label on things. Let's keep it casual.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on Groundbreaker.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Not a problem, Captain. Ask away. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Something you need?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
No sudden movements. This guy's crazy, even by my standards.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to go, just in case you needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Look out! Nice one!
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
Here we go! Hold together, everybody! Hold yourself! You're
McRed, were you expecting...
Here we go! That's the last of them.
What was that? Whoever did this, I'm gonna find you!
Here we go! Yeah!
I need
Down they go!
Are those hibernation pods? And I thought my bunk was small.
What was that?
Mind!
I'm with Junlei. Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
I won't tell.
head on. Nice one.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes. Ugh.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your...
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
kill the Mantipillars, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I got this thing about giant insects.
system. Now switching to garbage disposal.
Okay.
Halt! Security patrol
Incoming!
initiated. While searching for
They got drop on us.
Position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet. Cycle droplet pump. Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you this.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advert.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.